All right, everybody, what's up? So today I'm doing something kind of a lot different out of the field of things I usually do, and that is we're gonna play some games. We're gonna play some games that I grew up playing, and you know, if enough people watch this and care enough about it, I'll play through these games. You know, we'll beat them, and you know, you can watch me play through these games and you know, fuck up and do horrible. Anyway, enough of the fucking chit chat and enough of the talking. Let's get into this shit, man. What can I say about the first Sonic the Hedgehog game that hasn't already been said a million times, man? I grew up playing this shit so much. This was kind of one of the first video game franchises I remember falling in love with as a kid. Like playing like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, playing like, you know, Sonic CD 1, 2, and 3, and Knuckles. Like, this series, man, was something that was amazing to behold. You know, to grow up playing as a kid and especially to... I don't know, just to be around as a kid and to play and to just get to experience. Because, I mean, God knows how modern Sonic is now, but yeah, you know, these games have always been super fun. They're always going to be nostalgic, and you know, there's a reason a lot of us go back to these. Oh, I'm gonna fuck up this ring stage so bad. But yeah, you know, I'm trying my hand at trying to make content and trying to be entertaining and make videos, you know. I've always wanted to make gaming videos, but I've always felt like I didn't know what to do or how to get there. I am fucking up so bad, dude. Oh, fuck. But yeah, I've always wanted to make gaming videos, and, you know, this could be a one-off thing that I don't ever do again. It could be I decide, you know, maybe it's a good thing. I don't remember where this Chaos Emerald is. Okay, well, it's obviously not that way. Okay. I used to always ruin, like, I would always fuck these up as a kid is what I was trying to say, but, you know what, we don't need this Chaos Emeralds anyway. We don't need those anyway, it'll be alright. But, yeah, you know, I mean, if you've played these games, you know, as a kid, man, growing up, tell me your experiences with them. I mean, I remember as a kid, I had a really, just a really crappy, like, cheap handheld, like, emulator. I fucked that up so bad. I had a really cheap, like, you know, handheld emulator that I got from, like, Family Dollar as a kid, and I used to play, like, you know, the first 3 Sonic games on, and I loved that thing to death, and I don't know whatever happened to it. I think I got, like, I like broke it or something, but it was one of those handheld at games emulation, you know, handheld consoles that you could get that were really cheap. It actually wasn't that bad from what I can remember, but that also just might be nostalgia talking, because I mean, I think I remember the audio quality being kind of like half awful. Like the music was like down pitched and all of the audio was down pitched a lot, but you know, either way, they were still, like, really good, you know? I still really loved it and enjoyed it. Oh, I might fuck this up. I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. Oh! I'm not really exactly sure where I'm supposed to go. I'm kind of worried I'm going to fall right into a pit. It says down. I don't know if I'm supposed to go down or not. Oh, that's not where we want to go. That's not where we want to go. Oh, okay. Well, fuck. It's okay. We tried. God. I remember being better at this when I was like 10 years old. Maybe that was because I was 10 years old, but I would love to do a series playing the adventure games if I could get those up and running on my computer. I missed that box entirely. I'm an idiot. But I would love to play the adventure games, get those running on my computer and kind of just, you know, I don't know, relive childhood a little bit, you know, play some games. I'd love to do a playthrough of Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, which is a game that obviously has no correlation to what I'm talking about here, especially with Sonic games. But, you know, since we're talking about games here and everything else, you know, my first video game console as a kid was the PlayStation 2. I grew up with the PlayStation 2. That was my first video game console I ever had, and I had all 4 of the Mortal Kombat games on it. And I remember... Oh, I fucked that up so bad. I remember playing, you know, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks and a lot. I loved Shaolin Monks, and I wish the guys at, you know, what is it, NetherRealm Studios at this point, I would love if they'd make a second game to that. I would absolutely play the fuck out of it. I would love a second, Shadow Among's game or something in that same vein, but I don't know if we'll ever get that or not. And here is the first boss fight of the game. I used to die here every single time as a kid, because so I used to have this game on multiple different platforms for whatever reason. I had my little handheld emulator, and then I had my DS, where I had like that Sonic Classic Collection or whatever the hell it was called. And I used to play all of the games on that as well. I missed that. But yeah, I used to play like the Sonic Classic Collection and stuff on my DS and whatnot, in like the backseat of the car or long car trips and whatnot. And it was always super, super fun to it was great. It was great growing up with these games, man, because I mean, being like, I don't know, like 10 years old in 2015, 9 years old in 2015, there was a lot of really good stuff at the time. It was great to be a kid in that time, you know what I mean? Like, you had the Wii, like the Wii was still prominently popular. A lot of people I knew still played it, but I think the Wii U and stuff was out at that time. But, like the 3DS, the Wii U, and, all those kind of consoles, man. As much shit as the Wii U gets, man, I loved growing up having a Wii U and playing like Smash and Mario Kart 8 and like Mario 3D World and Mario Maker and whatnot. All those games were great, and I'm really happy I grew up playing those games. But I always grew up playing a lot of retro games just because that's what I had my hands on a lot. Like Super Mario 3, Mario World, like I said, all of the Sonic games from the earlier years. How the fuck did that just happen? But all of the modern, a lot of games I played as a kid were like, Mario 64, Smash 64, Mario Galaxy, New Super Mario Brothers Wii, all that kind of stuff, and those games had a charm to them. And I feel like now, I'm not saying that Nintendo hasn't made a good game. Odyssey was great, but I haven't played Wonder to know. But these studios, man, have lost a lot of character. I mean, especially the Sonic franchise as a whole, man, is really went downhill after the last couple of years. Oh wait, I can't remember if there's a secret in there or not. I don't think there is, but I mean, really, these game series have really went downhill after the last couple of years. They have like a handful of good games every now and then, but it's never, consistent, I guess. And that's kind of what really bums me out about these series, because I mean, when you grew up playing these games, man, it makes you really sad seeing how far from grace they've fallen. I mean, obviously the Mario series is doing great and always has done great. Nintendo will always do amazing with the Mario series. That's how it's always been. But, it's just sad to see, like, especially Sonic. I mean, he did great, in like obviously the 90s and the 2000s, but then it's like 2010s rolled around and he just kind of fell apart. I need to go back and play like Colors and Secret Rings and everything else. And I need to actually play Generations. That's a game I never got to play as a kid, actually. And I would love to play Generations, but I never got around to playing it. I forgot about it after a while. But Generations is definitely a game I'd love to go back and play. I feel like that would be a great game to get to relive. I almost probably could have just got crushed there. But yeah, Generations was a cool game, and I used to watch gameplay footage of it, but never really got to play it, which was really sad. But as I was saying, God, I'm getting off on a lot of tangents here. Yeah, just growing up in like the early 2010s with the Xbox and like the Xbox 360 and whatnot, and like because I was born in 2005, and like I said, my first video game console was the PlayStation 2. But I grew up with like Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, because I had a PlayStation 2, and then I think we moved over to an Xbox, and that's when I got into like first-person shooters and Grand Theft Auto and all that kind of stuff as a kid. And then I think we had a Wii at one point as well, and I got into like obviously back into all the Mario games and stuff. But the Wii was a great console, but man, for every like one good game, there was like 20 shovelware games of just like Carnival. I almost tried to spin dash. There's just like a million, like shovelware Carnival games and stuff, and it's just like it's just meh. It's not a very fun thing to really play, because I mean, I think everybody had those like shovelware, like Carnival and fishing games and everything else. I'm fucking up here, but Yeah, I think everyone at one point had those games as a kid where, you know, we all had like the really crappy racing games that looked like they were made in like 15 minutes with like a $5 budget, and, you know, those hunting games that maybe your parents had or whatever. Oh, God. Okay. But yeah, you know, the Wii was a great console, but God, man, the shovelware, I don't even understand how Nintendo let half of it be licensed to the console. Like, half of these brands must have, like, these, like, small companies must have sold their souls to have their game put on the Wii. God, I'm really bad at remembering where to go in half of these levels. All right, there we go. If you've enjoyed my rambling, you know, do the thing that every YouTuber says. I hate saying it, but, you know, press that like and subscribe button, you know? I hate saying that, but... yeah, you know, if you enjoy these videos, like, please, honest to God, let me know. I'd love to keep making these, because it's fun to just kind of, like, sit here and ramble and brain dump and just kind of, like, be half decent at a video game, you know? But, yeah, you know, it's... these games, man, there's always something about the Sonic series that, like... it was great in execution. They did, like, Sega was wonderful in execution, but it was like when the 2010s came around... they just completely lost hope. I don't know why I came over here. That shield could be useful. We ain't gonna get it though. But, you know, it's like Sega just completely lost whatever, you know, kind of care they had for the series after like the 2010s. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, Generations was great. I didn't get to play a lot of it, but obviously I watched playthroughs as a kid. But, I mean, yeah, you know, they kind of let Sonic die on the back burner for a long time, and which is really sad to think about, because, I mean, this series was always great, and it was always built on, you know, his attitude and cockiness and whatnot, but it's like the series got kind of stale after a while. I'd say kind of near, probably around, like, Sonic Boom, you know, like, I mean, the TV show was great, you know, in its own right. It was, like, really stupid. It was, like, really dumb TV show, but it was dumb in a good way. But I think I would say that a lot of people, oh, God, fuck. I would just say that a lot of people would say the same thing I'm saying, where it's like, you know, the Sonic series kind of lost a lot of its steam kind of around the Sonic Boom era, personally. Which, you know, also at the same time, you know, when you get older and you're not exactly a kid anymore, a lot of these video game series don't really... I'm gonna die again. A lot of these video game series, you know, don't really resonate with you as much as they used to. Because, you know, as a kid, I went from playing, you know, Mortal Kombat and shit to playing... well, I went from playing, like, Mortal Kombat and, like, these original games to, you know, playing, like, first-person shooters and stuff and whatnot. And, you know, obviously I've come back to realize that I love these retro games a lot, and these games have always been super good, and they always will be, and there's a reason why people always talk highly about these games and come back to them. I mean, in my personal opinion, the second game has always been better than the first Sonic game. Obviously, I love the first Sonic game. I love this game. But the second Sonic game is just utter perfection. I love the level design, the music, everything in that game is just perfect, you know? And... well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you know, there was, what was it? What was the name of that? I cannot remember the name of that newest Sonic game that came out. That was a 2D Sonic game to save my life now. What was it, like Sonic? It's Sonic Mania. There we go. That game was actually pretty decent, and maybe, you know, maybe me being a little harsh on the series isn't as fair, especially when that game came out, you know. I guess it didn't really exactly die with Sonic Boom, but there hasn't been a lot of games since Sonic Boom that have really been capturing the heart and the eyes of many, especially myself, you know. There hasn't really been a lot of, you know, Sonic games that I've seen in recent years, or even games really in general in recent years that I've saw that, you know, really piqued my interest and made me excited to play them, which is kind of a sad thing to say, because obviously, you know, I grew up playing video games a lot. Like, I wanted to be a video game developer as a kid. Obviously now, you know, I want to be a musician because of all the time and the effort that I put into the hobby, but... oh, shit. But I would love to replay all these games again, especially as videos, and kind of, I guess, document the journey and, you know, have people kind of come along for the ride and us play games and whatnot and see what happens. Oh, shit. I'm probably fuckoed. Oh, I'm okay. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, God. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. I used to not be this bad at games, I promise. All it takes is one lava waterfall, Jesus Christ. One lava fall to take me out, and I am done. It'll be okay. We'll figure it out. We will prevail. Hopefully. I don't know. We're going to see. I think you got to ride up a lava, no. I guess that's not here yet. Is there not a secret down here? Shit. I swear to God there used to be a secret down here, or I'm about to just get myself absolutely murdered. Ah, there was. See, I still remember. I still remember like 10 years later. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember half the secrets in this game. I just remember finding them as a kid. I just backtracked, didn't I? I just backtracked. I am an idiot. I just backtracked. Fuck. Oh, shit, dude. All right, well. Going down. Where did I come out of? Can I just go back in there? God, I'm an idiot, dude. I did not even realize I backtracked. All right, well, we go back through it again. Here we go. I didn't even realize I backtracked, man. That was my bad. I think I want to do multiple playthroughs of some games. I definitely want to play some Mario World. Mario World was a game I never beat as a kid. I really wanted to, but I never got around to beating that game as a kid. So that would definitely be a series I'd love to do. So maybe keep your eyes open for that. Obviously, the guitar videos are going nowhere. I'm still going to be making music and playing guitar and whatnot. So anyone who's seeing this video or like seeing this on like their uploads or whatever, this isn't me quitting music or whatever. I'm going to die. Oh, thank God. But this isn't me quitting music or anything. This isn't me. I am an idiot. Get the ring. Get it. Oh. This isn't me quitting music. This is, me just kind of branching off a little bit, having a little bit of shit, having a little bit of fun. Dude, oh my God. But yeah, this is mainly just me branching off, having a little bit of fun, and us kind of having more for me to do, content wise and whatnot. I don't know how I'm gonna get over this. Ah, fuck. Okay, well, I'm going to end the playthrough here so you don't got to see me die a second time. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think. Anyway, thanks for watching. I love you all. See you later.